Good morning, it's Monday, the sun's sort of shining, and welcome to another week. And it's the week that I go on holiday later on in the week, so it's going to be a slightly truncated weekly vlog, but I expect we'll pack in lots of stuff anyway. How was everybody's weekend? Ours was very nice actually, quiet but nice. Went out for dinner with friends on Saturday to a new restaurant that we haven't tried before. I don't know if I've ever talked about that actually. We call it our dinner club, just the four of us. And we started, it was actually something that my parents did with some friends of theirs, and we copied the idea from them. This is how long it's been going on, because I think my parents did it for, best part of 15, 20 years maybe. And that we copied it, and we've been doing it probably about 10 years now, coming up for 10 years I would think. And we do it 5 times a year, and we go to a new restaurant to us. We've always gone to a new restaurant so far, or a pub or whatever, go out for dinner, and we take it in turns to drive. So one of us drives each time, and the couple who have the person in it who is driving chooses where we go to, and then once a year we go away for a night. This year we went to Palma in Mallorca at the very beginning of the year, so it was more of a, usually it's in the UK, but it just happened to be Palma in Mallorca this year. We went for a slightly longer trip, and we have a really nice meal. Just for fun, we score it out of 5. We each give it a mark out of 5, and we add them up at the end of the year and see which were place 1, and we look back over. When it was locked down and we weren't able to go anywhere, we spent the whole evening on a Zoom call having drinks and chatting about all the different places we've been to and our memories of them, and it was really nice. I keep a list in Google Keep of where we've been and all the scores. We haven't done any repeats yet. I expect the time will come when we do start doing repeats, because we'll run out of places to go, but so far we haven't done. But yeah, we went out on Saturday night to do that, had a really nice meal. The place was okay. It was a bit of an atmosphere vacuum, and by about 8:30 we were the only people left in the restaurant, which was a bit odd, but never mind. Delicious food, as I said. Other than that, we didn't do loads at the weekend really. Stuck around the house. Saturday it rained almost all day. Sunday was better. Yeah, that was it really. Anyway, I've got this parcel from, I think it's from Temu. Got to feel a bit like Carla opening a Temu parcel. This is, fun fact, my first ever Temu order. Future editing Caroline here, just stopping this to say I was incorrect in saying it was my first ever Temu order. This was my first ever personally ordered Temu order, and paid for with my own money, but I did do a sponsored video with them last year. And I absolutely loathe the Temu app. Every time you open it, pop-up things appear and annoy the life out of me, and I find it very difficult to navigate, and I've deleted it from my phone. So it may well be the only ever Temu order you see me do. So there's only 4 things. Can't remember what I ordered now. What did I order? Let's start with this. I know what this is. This is, I mentioned this in a video a while ago when we had the bathroom done. Got a lovely new bath, and because I'm short, the bath is a little bit longer for me than is entirely comfortable. So this cannot be a problem that hundreds and thousands of people around the world do not have. And yet the options for shortening the bath, and rest assured I have looked at them on the internet at length, the options are few and far between, and most of them are not suitable for my bath because it's curved all the way round. Anyway, this is a full-length mat. It was only cheap. You can get more expensive versions of this, but I thought I would give it a go to see if it would stop me sliding down the bath. So it's just a full length like that. It's got sucky things on the back, so, and then you've got a little pillowy bit there. So presumably you suction. It's also floppy rather than solid. Because of the curve of my bath, I needed something that was malleable and not solid. So I will give that a go and see if that is any good. I will report back for anybody else who suffers from the short bath problem. It is, I thought it might be a bit knobbly, having looked at it on the internet, but it's actually quite soft. It feels quite soft, so that's good. Right, this is, let me unpack this. I think is a spray bottle. Open, you silly blimmin' thing. Not exciting at all. For olive oil, I have one of these, but it doesn't spray anymore, it squirts, and I've tried cleaning out all the mechanism and it doesn't work, so this is a replacement, and hopefully this one will do the job a little bit better. So there we are. What else have we got here? A humidifier. Did I order a humidifier? Quite clearly I did. I do not remember this. Did I order a small humidifier like this? Obviously I did. I have literally no recollection of putting this in my basket. Literally none. I'm at a loss. It's rather a vibrant shade of peachy pink, and it's USB rechargeable, and I assume it's for, I mean I've got a humidifier, aroma, I've got a very nice neon one, so I can't imagine what I ordered that for. If I did order it, it clearly was for a reason. Literally no recollection of ordering that. I'm wondering if they've sent me the wrong thing. How odd. And this is a makeup brush cleaner. I did have one of these that was, do you remember that guy who was on Dragon's Den, designed one? I had one of those and I thought it was knackering my brushes. I thought it was really, really harsh on the brushes and didn't love it. So I sold that one on because I felt like it was damaging my expensive brushes, so I didn't want that to happen. But I thought I'd give another one a go because I quite like the concept, and see if this one was a bit less rough. You sort of put your brushes in there, I think, and there's the picture anyway. So actually I've got some dirty brushes I could give a go. Right, I've got it going. Let's see how manky the water is, how well it cleans them. I'm actually quite impressed with that gadget. I tried it with eye brushes first and it did a good job. Obviously you do them in the soapy water and then you can either do a rinse cycle or you could just rinse them under the tap, which is what I did. But then I tried my foundation brush, my expensive foundation brush, after I'd seen how it operated, and that's not bad. I mean, it's not perfect, but that's only surface, that's not all the way down, and got a little bit on the outside still, but that has done a cracking job considering how foundation-y that was. That was literally just with soap. I might put, because you need oil to break down oily products, don't you? Which is always odd, I think. I generally wash them just by hand with a little bit of cooking oil, usually, of some olive oil generally, and fairy liquid. So that was just with liquid soap. So I might try with a drop of oil in the water next time and see how that goes. But that is really good. Then I just rinsed it gently and it smells lovely of my liquid soap now. Very nice. You probably shouldn't use liquid soap for cleaning brushes, but I don't care. I quite like the fact that they smell nice afterwards. Anyway, yeah, so that's a win. Still don't know why I ordered the humidifier though. I've just come out to sit and have 5 minutes of fresh air. It's a bit cloudy and unpleasant, so I won't be out here long. But I just felt the need for some fresh air. I am having a book no-buy. I have too many books that are unread. I don't keep books after I've read them unless they're books or reference books or books that I really, really, really enjoyed, and that there's only probably like half a dozen of those. But I do buy books, second-hand mostly, and Kindle books. And I buy books on my Kindle. I put books on my Amazon wish list, and when they drop down to 99p, I've got a little browser. There's a website which I will link below that you can upload your Amazon wish list effectively, and when the price drops down it notifies you, get an email. And so when the books on my Amazon wish list, which is extensive, full of books, when they drop down to 99p, I'll buy them. But books seem to drop down to 99p, and I buy books faster than I can actually read them, and I think I've got about 200 unread books on my Kindle. It's just ridiculous, and I've got a load more actual real books as well. So for the rest of the year, I don't know, I'm feeling like, should I give myself an allowance? No, I'm going to go the rest of the year, I'm not buying any more books. That is it. You heard it here. I will tell you if I manage that or not. Right, I think I'm going in because it's not very pleasant out here at all. Doing an early recipe of the week today. I am cooking like a Thai soupy dumpling broth type thing. Thai stroke Chinese. I saw a version of this on Kerry Whelpdale's YouTube channel recently, and it's a real quick and easy dinner. It all comes together really quickly within about 15 minutes, I think. So one of the ingredients was red Thai curry paste, and I couldn't get that. I mean, red Thai curry paste is hardly an exotic ingredient these days, is it? But apparently Tesco's didn't have any at all. I did ask as well, I was looking for it, but no, they only had green, so we're going with green instead. So it won't be quite as Kerry made it, but hopefully it'll be nice. Right, here's what we're cooking with tonight. We've got some soy sauce, we've got some sesame oil, we've got some chopped pak choy, that's the stalks and that's the leaves. We've got some chopped mushrooms and some chopped baby corn. We've got a lime, we've got some rice noodles, we've got some Thai green curry paste there, some light coconut milk, some chopped ginger, some of these sizzling pork gyoza dumplings, and you can use just regular stock, but I decided to try this stuff instead. And yeah, let's get some sesame oil going with some curry paste and a little bit of ginger. Okay, we got that going. I am gonna chuck in the mushrooms and baby corn and the tough bit of the, or the stalk bit of the pak choy, that's the word I'm looking for, and then cook this down a little bit in all those lovely smelling spices. Filming fail here, thought I was turning the camera off when I was turning it on. I missed out the bit where I was adding the liquid, the stock and the coconut milk after the veg had cooked down a bit. Once we've added in the liquid, so I've put in the coconut milk and the stock or broth, I'll pop in the rice noodles as well, the rest of the leaves from the pak choy, and also the dumplings. And then I'm just going to cover that up and let it simmer away just for a few minutes to cook everything through. The dumplings are still a little bit frozen in the middle, so I just pop the lid on and get that going. Well, that was one of the super simplest dinners I've cooked for ages. I haven't tasted it yet, but I will give you a result, an opinion, one of those things in the morning. Good morning, it's now Tuesday and I've got Ashley here to tell you how nice his dinner was last night that I cooked.
It was really nice. It took me back to the back streets of Bangkok where I was cooked a family meal by a delightful lady that we met on our trip there many years ago. All lies.
Did you like the dinner though? Was it tasty?
Yes, it was good.
Excellent. Thank you for your review. Good morning, it's Tuesday. I've already said that, haven't I? Because I filmed a little bit of Ashley this morning. It's Tuesday. It's 11:30 and I really haven't managed to get an awful lot done. I've done my parcels, I've done a parcel drop off, I have been to Tesco's. I've done a few bits and pieces here and there, but not enough. So I'm going to stop for lunch at 1. I'm going to make a coffee. So then I've got just under an hour and a half to get lots of stuff done. Yeah, that's my plan. Can I just say, I do not know what I was thinking when I chose bubblegum flavoured coffee. Do not recommend. Does taste like bubblegum, but bubblegum and coffee, definitely two things better not mixed. Right, I'm checking back in. It is, let me give you an exact time on this. It is 13:02 and I feel like I've done pretty well. I did a few more bits of packing. I'm trying to film a packing video. I don't enjoy filming packing videos. I enjoy packing. Don't enjoy filming packing videos. I always feel like I'm not very good at them. So I don't enjoy making them. But that's by the by. Anyway, I did a few more packing bits. I tidied up the kitchen a little bit. I listed some stuff on eBay, photographed some stuff, listed some bits and pieces, got a few more bits to list. I edited the second part of my jewellery haul video, which you will see at some point in the next couple of weeks, I think. So I'm just waiting for that to finish uploading, and I got all the footage off my camera because I had two videos, this video and the packing video, all mishmashed up on the same SD card, so I sorted out all the different footage and put that in the files it needed to be in. And I think that's about it, but I feel like I did pretty well. I'm now going to reward myself with some lunch and an episode of The Morning Show, which I'm very much enjoying, season 3 of. And I saw on Jennifer Aniston's Instagram the other day that they're now filming season 4 of that. I've really enjoyed it. Real quality writing, I feel that is. Yeah, I'm enjoying The Morning Show. I'm nearly at the end of season 3. The other thing I've enjoyed on television recently, which I must tell you about, I'm quite late to the party, I think. It's America's Sweethearts, Dallas Cowboys Cheerleaders on Netflix, which is I enjoyed they did 2 seasons of a program called Cheer, all about cheerleading competitions in America, which I absolutely loved, and this was just about the sort of process of becoming a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader, and so focusing on some of the girls in the team, and it was really good. I super enjoyed it. Well worth a watch if that's something you think you might be interested in. I need some more television recommendations actually. I've got a list, but there's nothing on it that's sort of floating my boat at the moment that I haven't already watched. So if you've watched anything good recently, let me know. Just remembered what I also didn't tell you that I want to tell you. I tried out that mat from Temu in my bath last night. It's so good. It's a real thumbs up. Absolutely brilliant. It's just, it makes me not slip down the bath. So although it doesn't shorten the bath in any way, it makes my bum just sits on the mat and doesn't move. It doesn't slide down the bath. So I had a lovely hour in the bath reading my Kindle last night without slipping down it, which is the first time since we've had the new bath. So I highly recommend that mat. It's yeah, really, really good. I'm not sure if I can link Temu things or not, because it's all on an app, isn't it? Oh, do they have a website? I don't. If I can link it, I will do, because it was dirt cheap and absolutely brilliant. And some of the bath shortening options are ridiculously expensive. I think I said all this yesterday. Right, I'm going. Just trying to bend you to the right angle. It's 5 o'clock and I've had a really quite productive day actually. I've done a lot of those little niggly jobs that you sort of put off doing and you feel a bit of a sense of accomplishment when they're done. Only admin-y bits and bobs, but even so it was quite nice to get that sort of thing done. Looking forward to August. August is going to be a nice month, I think. Lots of plans and nice things going on. I have been sent this, which looks like the most unexciting thing ever. It's a power bank for charging phones and iPads and computers and all of that, all laptops, I mean, not computers, but all of that sort of jazz. But it's meant to be, you can charge multiple devices at a time, and it's meant to hold a lot of charge in it and charge things quickly. Now, I spend most of my time at home, as you know, so this is not something that I would necessarily need on a day-to-day basis, but for stuff like going on holiday, particularly when you've got, what am I trying to say, lots of different things to charge and maybe not as many outlets as you have at home or enough adapters or what have you, this sort of thing can be very useful. Certainly it's a heavy old thing, so it's not something I carry around in my handbag, but yeah, for on holiday, just taking with you to have to charge things quickly. I reckon it would be pretty good. What I'm going to do is charge this to its fullest capacity and then drain my iPad down and see how long it takes to charge it up. Just for a little experiment really, and I'll let you know what I think of it, but I'll pop a link down in the description box anyway. But I'm just going to go and charge it up now. Annoyingly, it comes with a double USB-C lead. Actually, not annoyingly, because saving the planet really. Comes with a USB-C for charging your devices, but it actually needs an old-fashioned USB, the original USB, to charge this. I mean, I've got hundreds of USB leads floating around the place, but yeah, it's just mildly irritating. I'm just about ready to collapse in a heap. Excuse my face, I've just taken my makeup off. I've just had a little declutter, mini declutter of some hair care stuff in my bathroom. I bought this on a viewer's recommendation several years ago and didn't like it, and then I used it a bit and I just feel like it weighs my hair down. I don't think it, yeah, I've used about half of it, but I've literally had it for years, and not for me, this one, unfortunately. You'd think that no hair product was for me, looking at the state of my hair today, wouldn't you? I'm trying to avoid washing it until Thursday, I think, is going to be hair washing day, so we're going to have another day of it tomorrow. This one I'm getting rid of. I so rarely use dry shampoo these days, and I've got a Batiste one that I very occasionally just squirt a little bit into my roots, so I don't really need a spare. I've got this Colourwell 1 Minute Transformation Cream, this is called, which is sort of a thing that you transforms parched unruly hair into glossy polished style without blow drying from wet. It says it's sort of like this, you put a bit on the ends and it's meant to yeah, I'm not going to use that. This one, on the other hand, this Colourwell Pop and Lock, this gives you smoothing, but you put it on before you dry your hair. So not when I'm drying it curly like this, but when I'm drying it sleek. I'm going to try that on Thursday morning, see if I like it. But those two are going, and that one's going in the bin actually. These ones I'll probably pop onto eBay or Vinted. I've just checked and it looks as though they will sell, so make a few pounds back from those. Right, Ashley is cooking tonight. We're having leftover sweet and sour pork from a couple of weeks ago from out of the freezer, and I think he's used, because we're on a bit of a use up jag now with going away on Friday, so he's used a load of vegetables out of the freezer and he's doing like a fried rice to go with that. Right, I'm tired this evening. I think it's going to be an early night for me, so I will see you again tomorrow. Good morning, good morning. It is Wednesday. It is cloudy and dull. It's 10 o'clock already. I've just done my makeup and that's my hair for its last day before I wash it, which I'm very much looking forward to. Yeah, it's 10 o'clock. I have, what have I done? I've done my morning admin, I've wrapped my parcels, I've had breakfast, I've been on the treadmill, I've made the bed, I've put a load of laundry on, and while I was doing all that I've watched I painted my toenails as well. That is my colour of choice for my holidays. Lost my thread completely. Yeah, I watched an episode while I was doing all that of it's a two-part thing on Netflix, I think, about Simone Biles, the American gymnast, which I only watched the first part. It was very interesting. So I'd recommend that one if you're even vaguely interested. Let me just put some perfume on. Today's perfume is another Penhaligon's one that I'm trying to use up. It's called Empressa, and it's very generic, floral, unexciting, and considering the price, lasts hardly any time at all, and is generally very disappointing, which I found with all the Penhaligon's ones I have tried. There's not one amongst them, and I had a little set of about 6, I think, and then I had 3 larger ones as well in another set, and I haven't loved any of them. I haven't hated any of them either, but you know, in order to spend a lot of money on perfume, you need to really like it, don't you? Anyway, today, Wednesday, packing and filming my packing video, or a bit more of my packing video, is the order of the day, along with some worky stuff, and generally a very unexciting day, I think. I don't think I'm going anywhere or doing anything or anything at all. We'll perhaps have a rant a bit later when I make my coffee for mid-morning. We'll have a little bit of a rant. How about that? The very great irony of me burning this candle, optimistically entitled or called Beach Weather, when the weather itself out of the window looks like this, is not lost on me. It's vile. This weather sucks the life out of me. Sucks the life out of me. That having been said, I have got quite a bit done today. It's 6:20. I'm about to go and put my comfies on. Got ready-made pasta and sauce and salad and garlic bread for dinner. All out of a packet, even the sauce. Just felt nice and easy to do. Woke up very early this morning, and then, you know when you wake up very early and then you sort of go back to start. I sat up for a bit and read, and then I sort of went back to sleep, and you know when you're sort of dreaming but you know you're dreaming, that sort of state between wake and sleep. I was in that, and I always, when I do that, I then wake up feeling really groggy, and I felt a bit groggy all day, if I'm honest. That coupled with the bloody rain hasn't helped. Anyway, I was going to have a rant about something that has been on my rant list for about 3 weeks, but I've got something different to rant about. Now, there's no doubt that over the years, work attire has become more casual. Men don't wear ties so much. You can wear jeans to the office in a lot of instances if you're not customer facing, I think. And just generally, things are more flexible and relaxed with regard to attire for work. Ashley still wears a jacket but doesn't wear a tie. And some of the guys in the office don't wear a suit, they wear like chinos and always a collared shirt. But yeah, it's certainly become much less formal over the years. Just taking Ashley's business as an example, because he's been there for, you know, 25, 30 years. God, that makes me feel old saying that. What I actually want to discuss, I've just posted on Instagram, so I'll probably get a load of blowback about that. Now, you know my thoughts on voting and governments and all that sort of thing. I am not naturally left-wing. I'm sure you can imagine that that is the case. Not difficult to figure out, I expect. However, I think it was time that a different government got in, and if it's not Conservatives, it's going to be Labour, isn't it? So I was all for Labour having a chance. You know, I think it's time. The Conservatives have been in for a long time. Historically, we do cycles, don't we? We do left-wing for a while. I think Labour were in for 15 years when they were last in, then it's been the Conservatives for 15 or a bit more, and now it swings back to Labour again. So I'm resigned to the fact. I think they deserved a chance at this point. The Conservatives certainly haven't done a good job over the last few years, pandemic notwithstanding. So, you know, I have no problem with Labour being in power, per se. I think the fact we've got a Deputy Prime Minister who's female, yay for that, I like it. It was Prime Minister's question time today. For the first one, for Prime Minister's questions, first one since new government has been voted in, and the Deputy Prime Minister is sitting to the right of the Prime Minister. I've just screenshot a bit, I've just photographed a bit off the telly. In this outfit, in the House of Commons, at Prime Minister's question time, the Deputy Prime Minister. Trainers, wide leg sort of tracksuity type trousers by the looks of it, and just a white top. The white top's okay, but look at all the other women in that lineup with dresses and jackets and smartish business attire. Is it too much to expect our elected leaders of our country to have the respect to wear smartish business attire. You know, she doesn't want to wear a jacket, just a dress or a skirt and blouse, or smart trousers and a blouse. But trainers and bright green trousers, really? So, to me, that is so inappropriate. I can't even begin to tell you. This is absolutely not a political rant. I would be saying this whether she was from the Green Party. She could be from the bloody Green Party with those trousers on, couldn't she? You know, whether she was a Liberal Democrat, the monster raving loony party, left, right, centre, reform, whatever, I would still have an issue with that outfit. I think it's so disrespectful, so disrespectful. But as my grandmother would have said, what terrible times we live in. She said that quite a lot. My mum will be laughing if she's watching this. Anyway, that's my rant for this week. You can agree or disagree. I don't mind. Forgot to mention, excuse, I've taken my makeup off and got changed, so forgive the bare face. This power back thing, charge this really quickly. I haven't charged anything else with it, so I don't know how many charges it holds, but the fact you can charge multiple devices makes it very useful to me. So although I wouldn't want to carry it around with me in my handbag, I think it's going to be super useful on the cruise, so I'm going to take it with me. I'll pop a link in the description box for anybody who is interested in purchasing one of these. Good morning, it's Thursday. Oh, excuse the mess there. It's laundry that's on its way to being put away mostly, as well as packing stuff. The weather is shocking again. It's wet, cloudy, thick black cloud, dark, very uninspiring. Wipe my nose, excuse me. A little bit runny nose this morning. Somebody left a comment yesterday, and I could have inferred the tone incorrectly, but it's along the lines of, you keep banging on about how awful the weather is, and yet you've got a tan. You seem to be getting... Well, notwithstanding the fact I did spend 10 days in Greece at the beginning of June, there are such things as self-tans and body lotions with a bit of tannin, which I've talked about before, and facial mists with a bit of tannin. And let's talk about this one. See what I did there? Excellent segue. Because I used this quite a lot a few years ago, and I must have finished it off and completely forgotten about it. And I was scrolling through, I don't know, something on the internet, and came upon it. I thought, I remember that. So I immediately ordered myself some of it. It's the Tropez Self Tan Purity. I'll link it in the description box below. And you just spritz it onto your face, and within a day even, I've been using it for 3 days, and I'm definitely more tanned. I mean, I've got makeup on, but definitely my base colour is more tanned. So that's a nice little product, and you don't get the patchiness, and it's super easy. You don't have to rub it in or anything like that. I just do my skincare, spritz a bit of this, and then put my makeup on a little bit later. So yeah, recommend this. I like it. I've forgotten how much I liked it. Also, while we're talking products, one of the reasons I started using this, apart from to get a bit of colour because the weather's so bloody awful, is to give this a better go. This Laura Geller powder foundation, which I mentioned, I think I showed you, I don't know, Amazon Prime Day, wasn't it? Yeah, I bought it on Amazon Prime Day, and I think I mentioned I'd used it once, maybe last week or the week before. I wanted to give you a further update on this because several people have talked about this in the comments with varying opinions. Actually, some people love it, some people not so much. One lady said, which I thought was really interesting, but this is the name of this, by the way, is the it's not Laura Mercier. Did I say Laura Mercier? It's Laura Geller. Baked Balance and Brighten foundation, and I got this in the shade Fair. And if you remember, I was saying that I didn't feel it was very fair in shade. That's what it looks like. It's got sort of a marbled effect, and one lady in the comments said that she finds that every time she gets it, it's a slightly different shade, and that would sort of make sense with the marbled effect, wouldn't it? Because you might get, it's not going to be exactly the same every time, which is, yeah, which would put me off, to be honest. I like something to be the same the next time I buy it as it was this time I buy it. If I repurchase something, it's because I liked it how it was, not because I want it to be different, if that makes sense. I was finding this a bit orange. I felt like it was the wrong tone for me. To say that the shade is called Fair, I mean, I would say I'm more of a fair to medium usually, so I was expecting this, if anything, to be on the lighter side, but it's definitely got a bit of an orange hint, which was one of the reasons that I wanted to start using this, to see if I could get this to shade match me a bit better. I don't love this as a foundation by itself at all. It hasn't quite got enough coverage for me. I don't feel like it does need brightening. What I have been using it for is with my normal foundation, and then just over the points of my face, my nose, my cheeks, just on my chin there, and sort of down the centre, the T-zone, if you like. Just a very light shading of it. And do you know what? It's really good for helping hold my makeup down all day. I use foundation, then this, then I go in with my normal Laura Mercier Candle Glow powder, which I love, which just gives the most beautiful finish. But yeah, this as a foundation by itself is not for me, and shade-wise, I think it's dodgy. It's definitely not what I'd call fair, but as a product for holding my makeup in place and just doing a bit of finishing off or giving a bit more depth to the foundation, like for example on my nose, foundation breaks up really easily. Find this quite good, so I have got a use for it, but as a foundation by itself, personally I wouldn't recommend it. But of course everybody's different, aren't they? We've all got different skin types and skin tones and all of that stuff, and what doesn't work for me may very well work for you. Right, I need to dry my hair. What time is it? Oh, it's 9:30 already. I need to dry my hair, and then I've got to go and run errands this morning. I've got to drop parcels off. I've got to go and pick a parcel up from the lockers at Sainsbury's. I've got to drop the key round to the lady who feeds the cat for us when we're away. And I've got to do something else, and I've forgotten what that is. I'm sure it will come to me. Right, I'll catch you in a bit. Well, hello. I think I'm going to sign off for this week because I want to get this video up and done. I've also got my packing video to get up and done, and we're leaving tomorrow. So a little bit of a shorter weekly vlog this week. There will be a video next Wednesday, but it won't be a weekly vlog. There will be videos while I'm away, but there won't be weekly vlogs. But it's only 1 week this time without a weekly. I will be back again the following week with a weekly. So thank you very much for watching. I will link everything that I've talked about down in the description box, and have a great week, and I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye bye. A big part of being happy is being excited. Be excited for everything. Making a cup of tea, seeing a friend, the next episode of your favourite TV programme, buying something you've been saving up for. Sunsets, travelling, cooking something new. Live a life you are excited about.